Over a month ago, we celebrated National Engineers Week. Do you know any friends or family who are engineers? Do you know any black engineers? Any in the aerospace industry? If your answer was no to any or all of those questions, this video is for you. Neal V Loving was one of the first known black engineers in the aviation field. He overcame several obstacles to be the designer of the WR aircraft series. Welcome to the Melanated Wings Collection, presented by Better Endeavors, LLC. This week's episode, Volume 1, Episode 8, recounting the profession of Neal V Loving, engineer of the WR aircraft series. Neal V Loving was born on February 4, 1916, in the state of Michigan. His father was the first black optometrist, eye doctor in the state. However, Neal chose a different path after hearing about Charles Lindbergh's legendary flight across the Atlantic Ocean at age 11. Neal studied aeronautics at Cass Technical High School in Detroit. Loving earned a Mechanics Illustrated Project of the Month award for building a flightless ground trainer. This led him to study engineering drafting at Highland Park Junior College. He wanted to go to Purdue University, but his friend, Clark Beck, faced racism at the institution, including the dean who once stated that black people were not capable of being engineers. Loving was hired by the Department of Recreation in 1936 to instruct model airplane building. Neal co-founded the Wayne Aircraft Company in Detroit to manufacture gliders. The first model designed by the engineer was the S-1. Neal assisted to form the all-black Civil Air Patrol Squadron 639-5 to train young people in military drills, flight theory, and practice parachute training. Loving had a tragic S-1 crash, which would result in the loss of both of his legs in July 1944. Neal's recovery in the hospital lasted 5 months. During this time, the luckless man lost both his fiancée and his mother. Ever the persistent individual, Loving assisted in setting up the Wayne School of Aeronautics in 1946. There, he designed and built this famous WR-1, aka Loving's Love. The aircraft was recognized as the most outstanding new home-built aircraft design by the Experimental Aircraft Association in 1954. Despite losing both legs, Neal became the first black certified to race airplanes. Loving flew his plane on a 4,800-mile round trip from Detroit, Michigan to Kingston, Jamaica. This plane was eventually donated to the EAA Museum in Oshkosh, Wisconsin in 1964. In 1955, the ever-steady learner Neal enrolled as a full-time engineering student at Wayne State University. He graduated as the oldest full-time student in 1961 at age 45. While in school, Loving would design and build the roadable WR-2 aircraft. Neal's success continued when he joined the staff of the Flight Dynamics Laboratory at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. He was hired as the project engineer for the High Altitude Clear Air Turbulence Project from August 1961 to February 1966. In 1967, Loving finished his final design, the WR-3. He operated this aircraft almost 700 hours from 1968 to 1992. This plane was later donated to the National Air and Space Museum from Hoyser Air Museum in Auburn, Indiana in February 2020. Neal's final endeavor was a self-published biography titled Loving's Love, a Black American's Experience in Aviation in 1994. Loving was inducted into the Michigan Aviation Hall of Fame in 1997 and the Wayne State University College of Engineering Hall of Fame in 2001. He was also an honorary fellow of the Society of Experimental Test Pilots. Neal passed away on December 19, 1998, at age 82. How did you enjoy Loving's story? If you are motivated to achieve some of your personal goals, leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. Our next aviator was also one of the first black aerospace engineers and served time in the Spanish Republic Air Force during the Spanish Civil War. James Lincoln Holt Peck, aka the aviation editor, is our emphasized individual in next week's episode. Subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications of next episode's premiere, along with others to come during our first volume. Feel free to visit our website listed in the description below to learn more about our Volume 1 Chronicles. As always, have an uplifting day and stay up.